guys, Scotty from Moore here. Welcome to the third part in a series of videos all about how to use the Preamp Live. In this video we're going to look at a really special feature that we implemented into Preamp Live, which is called A/B mode. A/B mode allows you to use the preamp section of a real tube amplifier or solid state amplifier and the digital preamps of Preamp Live in the same rig live without the need for expensive and cumbersome switches. Let's take a look at the Preamp Live and see how we got this plugged into the amplifier. My guitar is coming to the main input of Preamp Live. The effects send of Preamp Live is going direct to the main input of the amplifier. The main amplifier's effects send is coming back to the effects return of Preamp Live. And then the main output would go back to the effects return of the amplifier. For this video, I've also put in an Ocean Machine to add a little bit of delay and reverb. So in our setup here, the main output is first going to the input of the Ocean Machine, and then the output of the Ocean Machine goes back to the return of the amplifier. The amplifier we're using today is the Dual Clons from Joyo, which is a tube amplifier. The Dual Clons is getting plugged into the Moore GC112, which is a 1x12 closed back speaker cabinet loaded with a Celestion V30. That is then being mic'd up with an E906 just off center and an SM57 to the edge of the speaker. Back at the Preamp Live here, we've also got our XLR output connected direct to the input of my sound card. So on the direct connection, I have speaker simulation switched on because that is not going through a real guitar speaker. And on the main output, we have the speaker simulation switched off because that is going through our amplifier rig behind us. So what we've effectively done with this connection is we've put the preamp section of the Dual Clons into the effects loop of the Moore Preamp Live. So in order to use the effects loop in A/B mode, what we have to do first of all, if we switch it on there, you're going to see a green light. That means it's in the normal serial effects loop mode. What we need to do is we need to press and hold foot switch 2 and 4 till that turns red. Okay, that is now red. That means that the effects loop is in A/B mode. When the effects loop is in A/B mode and it's turned on, what happens is your input comes through the main input and the effects loop bypasses the digital preamp inside Preamp Live, and then it goes to the output. And whatever's in the effects loop gets replaced, whatever's in the effects loop replaces the preamp section of Preamp Live. I'll just switch that off a second. Oh, sorry, switch that off a second there. Okay, so if I bypass the pedal completely, here you can hear the sound. This is the guitar direct to the power amp section of the Dual Clons. Okay, we'll unbypass the pedal. This is now a clean preamp digital channel from Preamp Live. So at the minute I've got the Dual Clons on its overdrive channel, and if I open the effects loop now on this channel, what we're going to get is we're going to get the overdrive preamp from the Dual Clons. Now, because we're using the overdrive channel of the Dual Clons, you might notice there's a little bit of background noise there. So a really cool thing here, what we can do is I can press and hold the boost. We now have access to our noise gates, pre and post. So I'll go to the post noise gate. I'll just put that up a little bit. Now the noise from the preamp there is gone. So if I now wanted to say, okay, whenever I press channel 1, I want to hear the Dual Clons preamp, no problem. So I've got the effects loop open, I've got my noise gate set so that it gets rid of the noise, and I'm just going to press and hold this for a second. It's now saved. So now, so we've got channel 3 here, this is another clean channel. If I go back to channel 1, we have the drive channel of the dual clones, and we have the noise gate on, which is getting rid of the background noise. So another very cool thing here, we can still use the boosters from the Preamp Live with our dual clones preamp. All I'd have to do is we can decide do we want a pre or do we want a post boost. I'd like a pre-boost on that, which is going to be a little bit like putting an overdrive in front of the amplifier. So I've got my pre-boost, so quite a lot of level on it there. If I just press the foot switch like normal, our booster's going to come on. So here's without the booster. Here's with the booster. And again, if we save the channel, when we come back to it, we're going to have our dual clones preamp with the booster already engaged. And again, I just switch the booster on and off by pressing the foot switch. Very cool. So now we know that we can do that. We can arrange our channels any way that we like, and anytime we want to use our amplifiers preamp as the channel on Preamp Live, all you do is you open the effects loop, provided the effects loop is in AB mode, and then you're going to have your real life preamp channel right there at your feet. So another very cool thing about this, you'll notice, like I said, that we have our DI connected direct to the sound card. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to disable the microphones on the audio for a second, and we're just going to have a listen to the DI. Now, if I switch the cab simulation off, this is what the preamp would normally sound like DI to the computer. And now I'm going to switch that back on. So another very good use for the AB mode on Preamp Live is you can now use this just as an IR loader for any analog amplifier that you've got. Just connect it up this way to your computer. You can load in IRs with the software, like we saw on the previous video, or you can use our built-in speaker cab simulations, and you can get some really good sounds DI. Okay, so I've now switched the dual clones over into its clean channel just to show you that works just as well. If I go to bank B here, okay, there's channel 1. So channel 1 at the minute, we got this. Channel 2, we got like a little bit of crunch. Channel 3, we got some high gain. So I might say, okay, on channel 1, I want to have the dual clones clean channel on. So all I do again, just press push 2 and 4. So we've opened the effects loop, which is already set to AB mode. And then I'm just going to save that. So when I come back to it, it's there, it's already set. Let's have a listen to that. I might like a bit of boost with that, so let's get a bit of boost on the go. Okay guys, so that's it. You now know how to effectively expand the tonal palette of your real amplifier in a live situation using the Preamp Live. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to check out the next video where we're going to have a closer look at the tone capture feature of Preamp Live. Until then, toodaloo. Bye bye.